here. Alright, testing. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today, and today we have episode 8 of Rebuilding Aston Villa. Last episode was so bad. We lost 9-1 to Crystal Palace, on top of the fact that we lost Ronaldo for 7 months. So let's see what El Mohammadi has to say. This next game is so important for our season, boss. I feel really good. I'm sure I can do a better job than Taylor if you give me a chance ahead of him. I'll think about it. At this point, I'm willing to try anything, so I'll put you in the lineup. I probably could have contributed more against Crystal Palace, but thanks for playing me, boss. Don't blame yourself. I mean, it was a group effort. So El Mohammadi wants to play. He's a 70, so he's a higher overall than Taylor. But why does he want to play left back, though? I mean, at this point, why not? Why not try it? So let's see. Price played well in his little his time that he did have on the field. Let's see, is there anyone on the bench that I want to see play? Let's see Ramsey get some time instead of Barkley. Jeez. Traore is also out, so 2 huge injuries for us that we're dealing with right now. We'll see Traore back before we see Ronaldo back, but then our roster will look exactly like it did before. But let's go ahead and take a look. So 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. So he'll still have some games left. As a matter of fact, there'll be 5 games left. 5 games. So he'll play in 5 total games this season. Great. So let's hope that we don't fall too far behind from that 15th to 17th rank. So that's really kind of where we're going to finish. Just because Ronaldo is the reason why we beat Burnley, our only game that we won. So with that being said, let's go ahead and boot up this game against Chelsea. That's going to be our starting lineup. Don't see why we would start anyone else. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. So this is, I believe, a home game for us as well. So maybe that'll go better, but not sure. Ming's having a really kind of disappointing season, if you ask me. We'll take a look at his contract and kind of see if it's worth bringing him back or if selling him would be better. So Ollie Watkins is now the starter again, as he was before Ronaldo came in for his whole 2 games that I'm paying him $150,000 a week for. So that's really disappointing. But please welcome our visitors, Chelsea and our Aston Villa. So I'm pretty sure Ronaldo will leave if we get relegated. So we are the worst team defensively. So let's go ahead and just get right into the match. We'll start off. Coutinho having just such a wonderful start to the season that it's really kind of unfortunate to see him play with a team that's performing this badly. So we're going to get it to El Ghazi, and that's going to go ahead and just go right on out of bounds. Chelsea, one of those teams that you really got to look out for. They're just consistently good. So we're going to go ahead and see Mason Mount with the ball here. Getting it out to James. And Ziyech. Mings with a nice defensive tap there. However, it will give Chelsea a goal kick. Or sorry, not a goal kick, a corner kick. It looks like they're just going to go short here as Ziyech has it. And that's going to be deflected. And that'll be another corner for Chelsea. As looks like Gundogan is going to Napoli for Manchester City for £45 million. So apparently there was some sort of call on Chelsea. McGinn here. Definitely has to pass it here. Gets it to Coutinho, who's going to get it to Douglas Luiz, who's been really kind of one of the lone stars of this team so far. Him and Coutinho. Traore was good when he was here before he got hurt. Douglas Luiz just kind of getting fouled left and right here. So we're just trying our best to pass it around. Going to get it to Watkins. Watkins still really not having much room to work with here, as he wanted to pass it away there, but just couldn't quite do it. Get the ball back here. Coutinho with the ball. He's going to get it to Luiz. Gets it right back. El Ghazi with the ball here. He's going to get it to Coutinho, who's going to take a shot, and that's going to be saved by Kepa. Conte with the ball here. Gets it to Pulisic. Engels with a nice stop there. Gets it to McGinn, who's going to get it to El Mohammadi, who wants to get it to El Ghazi, and El Ghazi just does not get there in time. Mings with a nice defensive effort there, as Coutinho was supposed to get the ball there, but that doesn't quite work out how we had hoped. But it just goes right back to the keeper. As Watkins is going to get it here, he's going to have just himself to work with here, as he's going to take the shot, and that's going to go ahead and be stopped by the keeper. So we're going to call a foul here, as it looks like that's going to be a red card on Reece James, as this looks very questionable, as you see him kind of tugging a little bit here with Watkins, but a red card seems a bit harsh, as they're going to go ahead and give El Ghazi a perfect free kick here. As now Chelsea down to only 10 players. So El Ghazi is going to take a shot here, as that's going to be off the crossbar, as that was almost an excellent goal from El Ghazi, which would have been his first of the season, as we see here. That's going to be right off the post. I believe the keeper deflected it first, but however, we still get a corner. Coutinho with the corner here, and we're going to have a header here, and that's going to be wide, as that will not be any good, as Engels could not get a good reading on it, as that will miss by a decent margin. Chelsea down a defender now. Almost wonder if that's going to be what Aston Villa needs to take this game, kind of get out of that relegation zone and start building up for the season, as they have a long, hard season ahead of them now without Ronaldo. As we're going to get it to Ziyech here, as that was a really bad read by El Mohammadi, as Ziyech is going to go ahead and cross it in, as Chelsea's playing a whole bunch of trickeries. That's going to be a goal for Chelsea, and that'll put them up 1-0. Ziyech with his second goal of the season. El Ghazi here, he's going to go ahead and get the ball, but it's going to be taken away. And it looks like he was the last to touch it, as it will be a throw-in for Chelsea. As that will go ahead and be now a throw-in for Villa. That's going to be another penalty, or foul I should say. So it's going to be on Villa this time. So these are some interesting calls. Pulisic with the ball now. He's going to get it to Zoma. And that's going to be out, and Martinez is going to get it. As that was a good piece of defending there, along with good goalkeeping. Coutinho with the ball now. Not getting past his defender. Conte getting it out to Pulisic. Very good ball movement here by Chelsea as they're going to get it to Werner, who's going to get his shot blocked as Coutinho's going to have it now. As he's going to go ahead. He's going to try getting it out to El Ghazi, who's going to have a whole bunch of room to work with here. And he's going to try getting it out to Watkins. Watkins is going to take a shot, and he's going to score the goal, and that's going to tie this game up, as that was perfect placement from Coutinho to El Ghazi, and from El Ghazi to Watkins. Villa fans are absolutely ecstatic, as this game is going a lot better than that Palace game did. What a shot from Watkins, too. Beating the defender, putting it over Kepa, as Rudiger just could not get there. And just like that, we find ourselves tied up at 1 apiece. It's Watkins' third goal of the Premier League season, his 4th overall, as he had one in the Carabao Cup against Plymouth a few weeks back. Mason Mount with the ball. Had kind of a quiet start to his day so far. Already in the 32nd minute here. Rudiger going to get it out to Mason Mount here. So Werner has the ball now. As Coutinho is going to go ahead and get the ball yet again. He's going to try getting it to Watkins, and Watkins yet again beating the defender. Watkins taking the shot and not getting it to fall like he did last time, as Kepa gets a good swat on it, preventing it from going in. Zoma getting it to Mount. Right on over to Conte. Werner here getting it to Mount. Chilwell here looking for a good cross. Douglas Luiz in hot pursuit. As there will be a cross here, but McGinn will get it to Coutinho. As Coutinho's going to have a bunch of room to work with here, as he really wants Watkins to go upfield. He's going to do exactly that. He's going to send Watkins. Watkins all by himself. Watkins is going to take the shot, and that's going to be stopped by Kepa, as that could have made this 2-1 in Aston Villa's favor. But that was a really weak shot from Watkins, as Kepa is easily able to make that save, but that will still give Villa a corner. Coutinho with the cross here. Watkins is going to try getting that header in. He will not quite be able to do that. But however, Villa still remains in possession, even though they just turned it over. And that will go out of bounds. And that will give us a throw-in for Villa. Going to get it out to Watkins here. He's going to go ahead and get it to Coutinho. Coutinho with a bunch of room, and that's going to be a foul on Chelsea, and that will give us a penalty kick. That's going to be a yellow on Thiago Silva, and Silva is not happy about that call, but Villa is not happy whatsoever. As Coutinho is going to line up for this free kick here against Kepa. Kepa ready, and he's not going to be able to make that save, and that's going to be a header off of Trezeguet, but that will be saved, as that was just off the crossbar for Coutinho. That's kind of just an accurate representation of how this season's going for Villa, as that will keep it a 1-apiece game. A long through ball here from Chelsea's. That's going to go ahead and be a throw-in now for Villa. So in the last couple of minutes of regular time here in the first half, Douglas Luiz gets it to Coutinho. Coutinho having a really good game, as Watkins is going to make a nice little stop there, as that's going to be another foul on him, as that's going to be Conte this time, as the refs are really being serious about making sure everything gets called, but it's just going to be a warning this time for Conte. Going to get it to Douglas Luiz, who's going to get it to Trezeguet, who's going to get it to El Ghazi. El Ghazi not really having much in his repertoire right now, as that's going to be stopped. Chelsea getting it back, as they're actually going to turn it right back over here with a bad pass, as it's just kind of going back and forth with that ping ball effect, as that's going to go ahead and wrap up this first half. So far, an excellent first half we're seeing from Villa, as this is a game that we really need to go our way, especially after last game, showing a lot better defensive pressure on Chelsea. Chelsea just really not getting over those fouls, as it could have cost them the lead. However, Coutinho just missing his penalty kick. So it stays a one-apiece game, but we will see how long this tie lasts, as we see Reece James there on the replay as he's tugging on Watkins, and they give him a red card. Still think that's a bit harsh. As we see here, we have better pass accuracy, worse shot accuracy. So we've had 9 shots to their 2. So they've had 4 fouls to our 1. So we'll definitely see how that goes for us. Let's go ahead and get this second half started. Hopefully we can repeat our performance that we had from last half against Chelsea. That would be huge, keeping this a one-apiece game, as we're going to go ahead and not quite be able to get it. Alright. Getting the ball right back as Mount is going to get the ball taken away. Is Coutinho here trying to get around Rudiger, but Rudiger makes a good stop on defense as he gets it over to Mason Mount. And Chelsea just trying to clear it here. El Mohammadi getting it over to El Ghazi. Watkins now with the ball. Watkins trying to go in, and they're going to take the ball away as they just get it right back to Kepa. Pulisic now with a whole bunch of space here. Not really anybody to cross it to, as we're going to go ahead and see a sliding tackle there, as that's going to be knocked out. That'll be a corner for Chelsea. Ziyech here with the cross, as that'll go ahead and be out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick for Villa. El Mohammadi here with the ball. He's going to get it to El Ghazi. El Ghazi here, trying to get something going. He's going to go ahead and just pass it back to McGinn. Not really finding much work in here, as Watkins couldn't make anything happen there. Werner all by himself. Not really much to do here, as El Mohammadi is just going to go ahead and shove him off the ball. Great defensive effort that we're seeing today from Villa, which coming into this game we were the worst ranked defense in all of the Premier League, but today we're actually playing pretty good defense. Ziyech marching here, giving it to Mount. Ziyech getting the ball knocked out, and that's going to be a corner for Chelsea. Mount will just give it right back to Ziyech here. Douglas Luiz overreading there, as that's going to be a corner, not quite going anywhere, and that will be going out, and I believe that will be a goal kick for Aston Villa. Pulisic's going to go ahead and come off for Chelsea now, as we will be making a sub ourselves very shortly here. So Mings is going to go ahead and get it to McGinn here. McGinn wanting to send El Ghazi, but El Ghazi not quite picking up on what McGinn was trying to do. McGinn gets it back though. McGinn getting it to Coutinho, and Coutinho's going to get slid into, but they're not going to call that. So pardon the technical difficulty there with the scoreboard. Hopefully we'll have that back on soon for you. As Watkins is going to get it here. He's going to get it to Coutinho. Coutinho not having, again, anyone to pass to, really, besides maybe Douglas Luiz in that situation. Werner here. Werner with the shot, and he misses it. And very much Werner fashion as he misses here just barely, as that could have easily made this a 2-1 game for Chelsea. Let's go ahead and make a sub here. I want to see some players that we don't normally see. So go ahead and put Jacques Michels on for El Ghazi today. Let's see. Davis and Ramsey will likely get their time as well. Mount's going to go ahead and come off for Chelsea, as El Ghazi will come off. Michels not really having the best start to his season as a Villa member, but definitely he's young, so there's definitely room for improvement. Speaking of which, Michels has the ball here. He's very turnover prone, so what I'd like to see from him is just passing it in when you need to, preferably, you know, in a position that your teammate can grab it. But he's young, so there's definitely time for improvement. Kepa's going to go ahead and get it to Rudiger here. Rudiger just pushing as we're going to get it to Werner. As we're just going to go ahead and give it right back to Werner, who gets it to Engels. Engels tried to pass it there, but didn't necessarily work out for him. Coutinho here getting it to Luiz, who's going to get the ball taken away yet again. Chelsea really moving here. As we're seeing here, McGinn with the ball, giving it over, Conte with it. Getting it to Ziyech. Getting it to Michels. Michels passing it very well today. As we're going to see Douglas Luiz with it now, who turns it over, which is not something you really see from him, but definitely not been his day, that is for sure. As Werner has it here, as we're going to go ahead and see them not be able to do much with the ball here. Douglas Luiz with it, trying to create all the space, but he's going to go ahead and turn it over. Let's go ahead and make yet another sub here. I'd like to see Coutinho stay in. So Douglas Luiz not having the best game, so Ramsey will come in for him. Is it worth putting in Davis? Watkins, pretty sure he was the one that scored, but let's go ahead and just put Davis in. We just got to really rely on our defense at the moment. Werner here with the ball, getting it to Conte. Really would like to see that ball go out. And we're just going to see Martinez clear it here. As we go into the 80th minute, we're going to go ahead and see Ramsey and Davis come on, both for their first game as a Villa member this season. So hopefully we can see some production from them. Great defensive game so far. That's why I don't have a problem with taking a couple of our players out in terms of the defensive standpoint, or the offensive standpoint. Mings there to put pressure on Werner. Chilwell here looking for some sort of a cross. Engels in hot pursuit, however, as that's going to be knocked out. As that's going to be a throw-in now for Chelsea as we're in the 83rd minute. As this game could very well come down to the wire. As that's going to be a foul on Chelsea, as they are now at their 5th foul of the game. Ramsey with his first touch this season, as that's going to be a penalty yet again against Chelsea, as that is their 6th foul now. Fouls really kind of keeping them from performing the best they can. McGinn's going to get it here to Coutinho. Coutinho looking for somebody. Conte is going to take the ball away from Coutinho there. really bad opportunities here from Chelsea as Werner's going to get the ball back from Mings as he's going to look for a corner, or a cross here, I should say, but he's not going to quite get it. He gets around Mings as that's going to be cleared by Engels. I was going to say get out of there, but gotta remember I'm commentating as Mikkels gets past his defender there as he's going to go ahead and run. He has some good speed to him as he's going to go ahead and look for a cross here of some sort. That's going to be taken away by Ziyech as Ziyech was in hot pursuit that whole time. Conte's going to get it over to Werner. Werner's going to get the ball taken away yet again. Werner not having the best of games. Coutinho's going to go ahead and get it to Davis, who's going to go ahead and get it right back to Mikkels, who's going to get it to Davis, who's going to try getting it to Coutinho, as that probably should have just been a shot opportunity from Davis, but instead he tried some unselfish play. Can't really blame him for that. As we are down to the last few seconds of stoppage time here, as it looks like this game will end up a tie, as Chelsea with their last opportunity here has got to put on a good defensive effort, and that exactly is how it will end. A 1-1 tie for Villa. That's kind of what we were hoping for at the very least today. Couldn't walk away with the win, but against Chelsea, a very strong outing for us today. Especially with a team that's much more talented than we are. Great game from Coutinho, from Watkins, from El Ghazi, really, too. He had a good game. Mikkels really improving upon his last two performances that we saw from him. Watkins getting the goal in the 30th minute, Ziyech getting it in the 23rd. So definitely something that hopefully we can improve upon. As we see here yet again, quite a questionable call on Reece James, but that, you got to wonder if that's what caused this game to be a tie. El Ghazi almost scored off of a free kick here. Let's go ahead and take a look, as that could have been a screamer of a goal, but Kepa just gets his hand on it, as that would have been a top corner goal. As this is going to be some trickery here by Chelsea, as Ziyech just goes ahead and puts it in, as Martinez could not save it. Great game from the guys. I would say defensively we were very present. 6 fouls against us. Chelsea just really could not keep a clean game. We barely had the ball. 35% of the time we had possession of it. Slightly better pass accuracy. Very good passing from us today. Good defensive efforts as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our player ratings. Watkins with a 7.9. He earns player of the game. According to FIFA, I wouldn't actually say... Well, I mean, I would say he is because he scored the goal. But El Ghazi getting a 6.7 and Douglas Luiz getting a 6.6. So then on the field, or on the pitch, Martinez getting a 6.6, Cash getting a 6.8, Engels with a 7.5, Mings with a 7.4, El Mohammadi playing really well today with a 6.7, Ramsey not really getting much time in there, so he's not really going to get much more than a 6. McGinn with a 7.5, Coutinho with a 7.6, Mikkels with a 6.3, Davis with a 6.2, and Trezeguet with a 6.2. Very, very good. I don't want to go to the interview. I'm not worrying about that. So we have a couple days of rest, and we play Everton in the Carabao Cup. So that'll be the next episode. I don't want to play 2 games in one episode. So, I mean, El Mohammadi, I know it wasn't what you were expecting, but you also got to take into perspective that we really were not supposed to compete in that game, especially after losing 9-1 to Crystal Palace. Like, that's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and advance to the cup game. So there's room for improvement. I mean, you played well, but there's room for improvement. El Ghazi development schedule. I'm writing to let you know that Anwar El Ghazi has been developing well, and we're now satisfied he's reached the physical and technical levels we expected from him. We'll continue to monitor his performance levels going forward. I believe he may have the capacity to further improve on his numbers and push past the limits we'd previously imposed on him. Likely. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is the Carabao Cup that we're playing Everton in. Which round 1 did we even? We didn't play round 1, did we? Don't think we did. We did not. So we beat Plymouth in round 2. So now we play Aston Villa. We're Aston Villa. We play Everton as we see the remainder of the games here. So it looks like pretty straightforward as to who we'll be seeing in the next round. Our game, definitely one of those ones that's going to be a tough one. So we got some other good games as well. Definitely also did not mean to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Prem standings before I end the video here. So we went from 18th to 16th. Just by that tie alone, because Newcastle lost, and I believe Leeds lost, and Sheffield lost. So just that tie alone brought us out of the relegation zone, which is huge. I'm not really expecting big things from this club this year, if I'm being fully honest. Especially with Ronaldo getting injured. So it's going to be tough for us. This squad is not the strongest. I was kind of hoping to build around Ronaldo and build up my youth, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen this season, as Ronaldo's going to have a total of 7 games with us, which is not a lot for someone that's making so much money. So, with that being said, we will be taking on Everton in the next episode in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we can win that, advance, get some money from it. With that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.